You recall that a lot of insinuations about the conduct of the last two elections, Ekiti and Oshun, that we are going to experience violence, perhaps because of the attitude of the political class, but because there were a lot of proactive measures put in place, the prophet of doom were put to shame, and that elections, the Oshun and the Ekiti elections were conducted successfully. And we also hope that the strategy we adopted in that Oshun and Ekiti elections will be transmitted to the general elections.
The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps has said the Corps will provide revised standard operational guidelines on election duties and other salient election security rules for personnel aimed at ensuring safe and secure electoral processes nationwide, while stating that its agency will ensure the safety of voters, domestic observers, election-sensitive materials, and electoral officers. The CG added that strategies have been deployed by security personnel in the country to combat any form of attack by the criminals. Audi lamented how, among other things, several attacks on government infrastructure, campaign violence, and hate speech have raised doubts among Nigerians and foreign diplomats about the success of the 2023 election.
The skepticism raised by Nigerians and foreign diplomats towards successful conduct of the 2023 polls due to security concerns resulting from attacks on INEC facilities in some parts of the country, as well as facilities of some sister security agencies, occasional violence during political rallies or campaigns of certain parties, hate speeches between political gladiators, jettisoning media town hall meetings have generated cause for concern in recent times. We are all aware that most elections in Nigeria have been characterized by violence, but we have seen really that from the steps and the strategies adopted, we pray that this one that is forthcoming will be devoid of any rancor and violence.
Dr. Ahmed Audi, the NSCDC's Comptroller General, stated this during a two-day capacity building workshop for all state commandants and the Corps' strategic managers ahead of the 2023 general elections. When stating the purpose of the two-day workshop, the CG said the workshop will help deepen the capacity of Corps personnel and assist officers and men in complying with global standards of the election security management. He therefore mandated all state commandants to ensure the safety of all facilities of the Independent Electoral Commission and warned that its leadership won't tolerate any attack again.
We must protect INEC offices because they are also critical infrastructure. So you are directed to give very, very scientific protection, both physical and otherwise, because we will not take it lightly when we hear that an INEC office is attacked in anybody's domain, in any state. We are going to frown at that.
While fielding questions from journalists, the country representative of Conrad Adenwa Stiftung, Mariga Perrin, mentioned that the forthcoming election has been threatened by attacks on lives and property across the country, posing a significant threat to the success of the 2023 general elections. Among the many observations, she also stated that the signing of the new Electoral Act into law had enabled a lot of preparation for the election.
Ahead of the general elections 2023, we are experience a level of preparedness that is unprecedented in previous elections. Now, since independence, but especially since the return to civilian rule in 1999, every election has become stronger, and Nigeria has shown that it is a proper functioning democracy, but of course it needs to gain strength and it needs to grow as a democracy. This has been shown, and very early on, not only this year or in the last few months, the government as well as the security agencies charged with securing the elections have understood the importance of this elections that will sure have a huge implication of in which direction the country is going to go within the next years. And this was translated into several operational and non-operational measures, and we are very impressed by all the measures that has been taken. It starts with the new Electoral Act that has laid the foundation for a situation of elections where it has become so hard to play with the elections, to buy some results. Now, of course, there are challenges. We are all realists and we are pragmatists. But again, Nigeria has never been as well prepared as this time ahead of the elections.